Hey, what's up out there, lenders? Bernie Miller here. Today, I'm going to teach a class on getting referrals, getting business from other banks or branch banks. Okay, guys, the NAR lawsuits, whatever happens, I think we've realized that maybe buyers agents may not be as viable as a source for us lenders. And oh, by the way, we want to take care of our agents, so we need to start going out and getting other great sources. Okay, to get leads outside of realtors. We love our realtors. We're going to support our realtors. But I'm a huge believer in things are a changing, and we've got to get ready for those changes. So, Bernie, why other banks? Why does this work? Okay, guys, when I was starting in my career, 2002, 2003, is that right? Yes. A lot of my business came from other banks. Okay, one of my mentors had me on this path, and I want to explain to you why this works first. Okay, sometimes if you just did everything, somebody told us, right, as lenders, of course, man, dial 100 phone calls a day. Yeah, we'd be great. But when we know why, I think that really helps. Okay, so big picture, most banks team do not like home loans. Why is that, Brent? That's kind of weird, right? Why would smaller branch banks? I'm not talking about Citibank or Chase, okay? I'm talking about your local banks and credit unions, okay, right there in your hometown. You're driving past these places every day. You've never been in one, okay? They generally don't love mortgages sometimes, right? So number one, that's not what they do. They don't understand them. Number two, maybe they kind of have to do them, right? Most of these places, because of some regulation, right, they have to do so much home lending, even though they might not want to, right? They're obligated to, okay? Or number three, guys, the compliance piece of home loans is so much different and weirder for a bank. Now, I know this because I'm a partner here at a federally chartered bank. We just happen to only do home loans, but wow, it's a whole different compliance piece than my partners that run other banks that are doing commercial lending, C&I lending, gathering deposits, banking businesses, okay? Totally different ballgame, okay? Just a lot more HMDA, fair lending, UDAP, you name all this stuff that we kind of study. Okay, so that's a big reason why smaller banks, credit unions, okay, they may not do loans very well. Okay, number two, because they're not committed to it, right? Their service might not be fantastic on the home loan side. Therefore, the people at the front lines, right, the branch manager, et cetera, okay, they're not feeling the love sometimes. They might not want to refer that loan up. Okay, so think about that. Okay, so gosh, Bernie, what am I going to find out when I walk into a bank? What I'm going to teach you to do is walk into one of these places. Okay, they're open to the public. If you walk into a small branch or credit union, okay, you're going to be the only client in there most of the time, right? Maybe there'll be some older folks that bank there, whatever, but everybody's going to be glad to see you. Okay, I want you to walk in. Now, what you're going to find out, okay, when you go down this path is one of three things, okay? Number one, you're going to find out that maybe this particular bank doesn't do home loans at all. Now, you might be like, Bernie, you're crazy. Okay, in my Chicago market, the third largest bank in this market, I'm not going to say their name. I got some great friends on there. Great bank, okay? They chose to just be like, you know what? We're not going to do home loans. We're not going to take that risk of maybe disappointing a client because we're not great at that. We're just going to kind of let clients figure that out, or we're going to refer it out. What? Okay, great. Number two, you're going to find out that there's a big product gap. Okay, so like, for example, some credit unions out there in the world, based on their charter or whatever they've decided, they don't do government loans at all. So in other words, you can start building a relationship with that branch manager, a lot of first-time buyers. They don't want to do that. Okay, no problem. We'd love to do that, right? All of us are first-time buyer experts. And then number three, even the ones that do some home loans, you're going to find their guidelines. You're going to work on that, and you're going to find that they have some really strict overlays. Okay, so you'll find, like, for example, they might have a 700 credit score overlay, right? Crazy, right? But it's true. Okay, or they might have back-end DTI overlays. And guys, at a bank like this, when they deny a loan, okay, they just send out a denial and they tell a client, sorry, we can't help you. They don't grind these things out like we do on the retail side and on the street working with realtors. That's just not how it works. Somebody applies, they send it up the chain, somebody decides it's good or not good, and it comes back just, oh, sorry, we can't help you. And then a client is disappointed. The branch doesn't like that. Okay, so all you're going to do, all right, you're going to attack this like accounts you would service. Okay, so if you were a hospital rep, a pharmaceutical sales rep, and you worked for me, and I said, okay, you're 5 hospitals of these hospitals. You know what you would do? You would go there 3 times a week. You'd go to those doctors. You'd give free samples. You would service it like an account. Think the same way about this, okay? Pick 5 branches that that aren't the big boys, okay? I want you to walk in. I want you to announce to the personal banker there, hey, I kind of run a business here in the area. I'd love to meet the branch manager. I may want to bank here. Great. They will be so pumped to introduce you to the branch manager, right? And then you sit down with the branch manager and you do what you do, okay? You learn about the branch manager. You learn about their products. Hey, what kind of businesses do you bank? What is your main client source? Do you have consumer lending? What's your most popular product? Why do you work here? Right? Again, the old 80-20 rule, right? You ask a lot of questions, make them talk 80% of the time. You're building a relationship. Okay, eventually you get to what you do. You're a home lender. That's great. Hey, do you guys do home loans? Wow, how do you do it? Are you good at it? What do you have any guidelines? Maybe we can do some business together. In that process, you're going to find out in phase 1 just what they do. Great. Okay. We're going to talk about it. Maybe there's some ways I can help you. Here's some ways you can help me. And now you're going to go in there once a week, every other week. Obviously, you got that number and you're going to do your thing, right? Maybe you invite the branch manager to an event. But if you call on them every week, okay, you're going to start learning other things like, well, yeah, gosh, we do home loans, but man, the person internally that works at corporate, they're in Utah or Idaho or whatever, right? I just don't feel like they do a great job. And sometimes clients come back in disappointed. Well, hey, next time, let me, work with a client. I'd love to show you what I can do. You'll be shocked. There's more business in these little banks, okay, sometimes than there are from our realtor partners or these traditional sources. But guys, you have to work it. Okay, don't just go in once and meet somebody and feel good and walk out. Keep going in, bring in cookies for the staff, bring in some biscuits, bring in some cupcakes, all that old normal mortgage lender stuff, okay? Call on it like an account, and I promise you will start peeling the layers and you will find deals there and you'll start building a relationship. When you get your first referral, open an account, open a savings account, open a checking account. It costs you nothing. Put a little money there. Now you're a client. You walk in that bank whenever you want. Now, when you find out some good stuff, oh gosh, Bernie, there's 7 branches within 20 miles of where I live of this bank that now I know everything about what they don't do on the home loan side. It could turn into massive referrals, guys, and then you're feeding your realtors too, okay? So take control of your business. Guys, if you love this, if this makes sense, please share this with anybody. I'm doing these to just try to get us as lenders outside the box a little bit, getting some more business. Man, I want to see lenders stay in the business, right? Realtors are at risk, lenders are at risk. It's all contracting. But these kind of things can help us hang on, build business. And guys, just build more community. It's fun. Okay, guys, that's what I got. Boom. Go get business from other banks. Please message me when you try this. Let me know how it goes. I love the feedback. Okay, everybody, have a great week.